Hello everybody, I'm Thrash Maniac HD, and this is your WWE TLC Tables, Ladders, and Chairs 2013 pay-per-view review. Now, before I get started, I just want to say TLC overall this year wasn't as good as last year's, but I thought this was a pretty good pay-per-view, despite the crowd, for the most part, being absolutely crap. I thought this year's TLC pay-per-view was pretty good, but not as good as last year's. But yeah, let's get into the review, shall we? So we start off with the pre-show match between Fandango and Dolph Ziggler. This match was all right. I mean, it was nothing special, and it was randomly put together anyway, so I kind of saw this coming. But Fandango ended up picking up the victory this time around, which I thought was really odd. But I guess Dolph Ziggler really did piss off the wrong people. And think about it. Last year's TLC, he was in the main event of the Money in the Bank match against Cena. This year, he's in the pre-show match against Fandango. And he loses. Yeah, Dolph Ziggler's going to be in the doghouse for a while. Longer, so yeah. But the match was alright. Star ratings in the description box, as usual, with all my pay-per-view reviews. Now we get to the actual show. And we started off with CM Punk versus The Shield. Now, I didn't see the first half of the match because I was out getting pizza for the show. But from what I saw in the second half, it was good. And when I asked my brother what he thought it was a good match. So I stick with his word about it. Punk ended up getting the victory, which I kind of saw coming, with Roman Reigns accidentally spearing Dean Ambrose. It's the beginning of the end of the Shield right there. Who knows what's going to happen on Raw tomorrow night with what they're going to have to say about Roman. But the match was good. Star rating in the description box. Then we get to the Divas title match. AJ Lee defending the title against Natalya. Now, for those who didn't know, I guess over the weekend when they were taping Tribute to the Troops, AJ Lee got into an incident with one of the women from Access Hollywood. I don't know what her name is. And I guess she was talking to CM Punk and AJ flipped out on her. I don't know if that's necessarily true or not. I mean, I don't know. But after hearing about it, I thought AJ was going to lose the title for sure tonight. But no, I was surprised AJ Lee actually picked up the win tonight. And the match itself was decent. I didn't expect it to be like this. But I guess because of the circumstances of, what happened with AJ, I guess that's why they had to make the match what it was. I don't know. I thought this match could have been better, but it was still a decent match. AJ picked up the win. I'm happy about that. They need to keep the title on her until WrestleMania. And again, star rating in the description box. Now we get to the Intercontinental Championship match. Langston defending against Damien Sandow. I thought the match was good. I mean, I thought it was a good little match. Langston picked up the win like I predicted. And good thing, too, they need to keep the title on Langston for a while since he just won it last month. And ended up picking up the win, star rating in the description box. Now we get to one of the two best matches of the show. The Fatal 4-Way Elimination WWE Tag Team title match. Champions Cody Rhodes and Goldust defending against the Real Americans, Ryback, Axel, and Big Show and Rey Mysterio. I thought this was a great match. I mean, the tag team division we've got in WWE now has been the best it's been in years. Probably since about 2008, 2009, something like that. But recently the tag matches have been really good. This was a great one. Um, and it came down to the two face teams, the Rhodes brothers and Big Show Rey Mysterio. And Cody Rhodes, Goldust ended up picking up the victory. Excuse me, I'm having some hiccups after that pizza. But yeah, Ray and Big Show ended up losing to the Rhodes brothers in the end. Rhodes brothers retained the titles, which I'm happy for. And I thought the match was great. This was one of the two best matches of the show. Star rating in the description box. Then we get a random match. Brodus Clay versus R-Truth. This match was what it was. It did set up the official Brodus Clay heel turn by him yelling at Tensai saying, I'm better than you. Tensai and the Funkadactyls walk out on him, which, are they going to set up another Brodus Clay Tensai feud? Probably, and the Funkadactyls will go by themselves or something. I don't know. We'll see how this is going to go, but R-Truth got the win. The match was what it was. Star rating in the description. Then we get a match that was made in the pre-show on the All-Star panel, where the All-Star panel was Mick Foley, Booker T, and The Miz. And The Miz, throughout the whole panel, was just trashing Kofi Kingston at every step he could. Kofi comes out on the panel, and he's like, you want to say something to me? You want to talk trash about me? And slap the hell out of him. Then they get into a brawl. And they make the announcement during the pre-show that in the pay-per-view, no disqualification, Kofi Kingston versus The Miz. This match was alright. I didn't think it was as... I thought their match on the pre-show at Survivor Series was way better than this. But it's not really saying too much. But the crowd was shitting all over this match, saying it was boring. Boring. Like, again, the crowd tonight was whatever. But yeah, I thought the match was alright. I mean, it wasn't great, it wasn't terrible, it was just okay. Kofi Kingston ended up picking up the victory. Star rating in the description box. Now we get to the second 3-on-1 handicap match, Daniel Bryan versus the Wyatt family. I thought this match was actually pretty good. I thought this match was, from what I saw, I thought it was better than Punk versus The Shield. From what I saw, at least, because once again, I didn't watch the first half of Punk vs. Shield because I was out getting pizza, and we left during the pre-show after the after the Fandango Ziggler match was over. We went to go get pizza, and the people making the pizza took too long, and we ended up missing the first half of Punk and the Shield, but I thought Bryan and the Wyatt family was a pretty good match. Bryan went toe-to-toe with them all, and highlight of the match was Bray Wyatt doing the backwards crab walk. Bent backwards. I thought that was pretty cool. Then again, I saw him do that when I went to SmackDown in the dark match I saw he had with then World Champ Del Rio. He did that, and that was pretty sweet. But the Wyatt family ended up picking up the win, which I thought was a little bit of a surprise, considering how Punk beat the Shield. But the Wyatt family ended up picking up the victory in this match. The match was good. Star rating in the description. Now we get to the second match of the night. John Cena, Randy Orton, TLC match for both the WWE and World Heavyweight titles. I personally thought, I don't know how a lot of people are going to agree with this, or I don't know if anybody will agree, but I liked the match. I thought this was a great match. Pretty brutal, too. I mean, Orton took some bumps, Cena took some bumps, going at it with the chair and the ladders and some table crashes. I thought that table crash when Cena hit Orton with the ladder on the apron and Orton does a backflop through the table. I thought, well, that's gotta hurt like hell. I mean, if it was in a pool of water, it would really hurt because it stings your back and it's not pleasant. So, yeah, but Cena did the AA to Orton through the announce table, which was pretty cool. spear through the corner table, which was pretty sweet. And then Orton brings in the handcuffs Orton, or not Orton, Cena to the bottom rope. And I thought, oh God, are we going to see Breaking Point 2009 all over again with the handcuffs? But Cena pulls the bottom rope apart to try to get up to the ladder. He's climbing up, hitting Orton in the face with the turnbuckle pad, and then he still couldn't get the arm all the way up. And then it was a tug-of-war over the handcuffs. I thought the handcuffs were going to snap and break apart, but it didn't. And then Orton pulls Cena off, and I thought Cena could have a minor concussion. He went head first through the bottom of the table and only broke this big of a section off the end of the table. I thought Cena could have had a minor concussion from that, considering he went head first into it. And then Orton won the match, which I was very surprised Orton even won this match. I thought they were going to have Cena win. In a way, I was a little disappointed that Orton had to win, but it is what it is. I thought the match was great. Do I think it was the best match they've had? It's debatable. I mean, it's definitely between this or the SummerSlam 07 match. Their first match they had majorly in WWE one-on-one. I thought this was a great match, personally. I mean, I don't know how a lot of other people are going to... I don't know if anybody will agree with me on that, but I thought the match was great. Not like amazing 5-star masterpiece, but if you guys want to see the star rating, it's in the description. But Randy Orton picks up the victory. He's the new Champion of Champions, Unified Champion, Undisputed Champion, WWE World Heavyweight Champion, whatever they want to call it. Then we get the Authority with Vince McMahon coming out celebrating. And, yeah. In a way, I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen tomorrow night on Raw with how they're going to go with this, where they're going to go with this. But overall, I thought TLC was a pretty damn good show. Not an absolute terrible match on this pay-per-view like we had last month on Survivor Series with Orton and Big Show. I mean, the worst match of the show was definitely Brodus Clay and R-Truth, but matches of the night, the 4-team match and the TLC match. If I had to say which was better, I'd probably give the edge a little bit to the tag team match because of how much the tag matches have gotten better in the last several months. But, so if I had to arrange the top 3 best matches of the show, it would be the 4-team match, the TLC match, and the Daniel Bryan Wyatt family match. But other than that, I thought the show was pretty good. I thought it was better than Survivor Series. And that's that. And now that pay-per-view matches and major Raw matches and SmackDown matches, main event, NXT, whatever, major matches are over for the year, although we still got a couple weeks left in the year. But soon this week, I will be making the top 20 matches of WWE 2013 list. I'm going to have a lot to go through this week. And real quick before I go, sorry I didn't post an NXT review today. I was just too preoccupied with getting stuff ready for TLC. I will watch NXT in the morning and review it in the morning. So be on the lookout for the NXT review tomorrow. But anyways, thank you guys for watching my review. I'm Thrash Maniac HD, and I hope you guys have a good night. Peace.